So it is time to have that conversation again. I mean, I'm sure you had a swell time with Alan Smith, our dear friend, colleague, who took you sports on Eagles Wings. Well, is it the NFA now? Okay, the Minister of Sports apologizing to Mr. President there. I think based on the fact that I don't think we qualified the women football.
Yeah, unfortunately, but I watched the match. Like I'd mentioned this before. I think that was yesterday when I talked about it. They actually did perfectly well. They played well. The game wasn't just in their side,
favor, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, but they did well. They played good football. They tried to score goals, but of course, the Cameroonian goalkeeper.
He was a shot stopper.
She was just so there for to stop practically literally every shot
Goodness.
that would have just gone behind the net. But we did our best. It just happened that we didn't qualify for the World Cup, the direct qualification for the World Cup.
Right.
But it's like that. It's like that. 9 times champions,
right?
9 times
You
champions.
know what? We should ring
we
a
should
bell.
definitely commend them.
ring a
We
bell
should
for
commend them. It's not easy. Okay, so because it didn't just happen this year, doesn't mean we should just forget the fact that they have been doing perfectly well. In fact, they played good football. Remember the last one they played, was it with Egypt? And they beat Egypt 6 goals to 2. So come on, they did well. They did their best. So we shouldn't just use that to cancel them. Right? They did their best.
They did their best. You don't use it to cancel them. I mean, opportunities still abound. They might still have a chance to qualify again. But anyways, we're done with sports. We'll be talking politics.
That's right.
And current affairs. Now, there is something in the offing that we need to bring out on here and have a strong deliberation over.
That's right.
And it is something that bothers around and about matters that concerns the federal government targeting digital cooperatives to unlock capital for smallholder farmers. I mean, if better put, no ID, no loan, right? Federal government's digital plan to bank 10 million farmers by October 2026. And if you also recall, just recently today, we saw on the front page of Nigerian newspapers where the federal government is also looking to ranch.
Yeah.
To ranch livestock.
That's right.
Right, in 10 locations. Abuja is one of them. Benue,
Nasarawa,
Nasarawa,
you know, most of the states that are prone to farmers headers clash, according to what they said.
According to what they say, farmer headers clash, but you and I, we know the truth. But anyways, that being said, let's just hope that will indeed, bring ease to this unnecessary terrorist killing that's been going on between farmers and herders. But as yesterday, August 11, 2026, the federal government launched the digital transformation of Nigeria's cooperative sector, and that was under the Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform and Revamp program. And they put it as a tag RH-CRRP 2030. Now, Senator Dr. Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi, he is the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security and Supervising Minister for Cooperative Affairs, said that the goal is to help smallholder farmers access capital inputs, markets, and government interventions. Well, there are 3 things that this plan is built on.
Yeah. So
Let's jump into that.
So the plans are built on 3 things basically. Now we have the National Cooperative Smart Registry, the NCSR, which is for registration and verification. We also have the Cooperative Verification Number, the CVN, for each cooperative, and we also have the Cooperative Member Identification Number, the COOP ID, for each farmer member.
Right. Well, the digital ID, from what we hear, will also power the proposed Cooperative Bank of Nigeria, that's the Coop Bank, set to launch share subscription, and this will be by the end of October of 2026 this year. So government has already done advocacy tours in southwest Lagos. They've done it in northwest Kaduna, I believe, and even south-south by Yelsa, north central, southeast, even the northeast. They are next now, and the system will be used to deliver World Bank assisted project agro subsidies and credits directly to verified farmers. Now listen to that part. It will be credited directly to verified farmers. So partners are the Federal Ministry of Agriculture, the Cooperative Federation of Nigeria, CFN, as well as Synfix Limited.
So now, in simple terms, that's like saying no more ghost cooperatives. If you're not in the digital system, you cannot get loans, you cannot get fertilizer or even grants. Now, some questions are being asked. Big questions are being asked, especially to start the discourse.
That's right. But just before we ask these big questions, though, let's introduce ourselves. My name is Udwak Daniel.
And of course, my name is Omotola Adeleke.
That's right. Well, we've got our dear Prof, who's going to be adding his voice in the discourse this morning.
All right, so we have Professor Kamal Bello. He's going to be our guest for this particular discourse today. And Professor Kamal Bello is a renowned expert in politics and administration, and also the Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences at the National Open University of Nigeria. You're welcome, Professor.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Prof.
Good morning.
Prof, here we are with this conversation. I mean, three basic questions arise from this matters arising. In fact, there is a plan to bring together the Renewed Hope Cooperative Reform and Revamp program, and that this will help to get farmers get credited into their account. So there will be no middlemen, no more. As long as the farmers allow themselves to get digitized and to join the system. One of the things that this plan is looking into is the National Cooperative Smart Registry, the NCSR, and this will be for registration and verifying of cooperatives.
And we also have the cooperative verification by the CVN. This is like saying the BVN for farmers, right?
Farmers, right?
Exactly. Now, for each cooperative group, they are going to have this particular verification number. And of course, we have the cooperative member identification number, the Coop ID, for each farmer to identify, farmers and all that. So there's some questions that Nigerians are begging to be answered.
Now, will this digital system actually get loans to real farmers in the village, or only to big cooperatives in the city? What do you think?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And once again, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Professor.
Yes.
Good morning to our listeners. I just want to call our attention that this proposal is good, but it's not new.
True.
Yes, we remember during the tenure of Goodluck Jonathan, under the Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, he introduced something like this. And at that time, he called it growth enhancement support, whereby mobile phone, then e-wallet scheme was introduced while he was minister between 2011 and 2013. Then the question is to ask, he introduced the system whereby farmers who are using phone, and through their phone they send subsidized agricultural inputs, seeds, fertilizers, directly to small farmers at that time. And then the essence of this is to cut out corrupt tendencies. And according to record, about 6 million farmers were impacted. Then about 56 billion US dollars, based on record, in private sector investment came up. In addition, the minister then, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, was given an award by Forbes as the African Person of the Year in 2013. And that won in the president of the Africa Development Bank, who passed through this system before. What happened to the one that Minister of Agriculture then, between 2011 and 2015, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina introduced, we should investigate that. And the investigation is that the same people that were running Nigeria, running our agencies, our ministries, departments, were the ones that run this program, and they ruin it. I have a friend, a former student. He was an agriculturalist, a water resource person. He was in agric ministry at that time. And we read, my fear is that the same corruption that killed that may kill this one.
All right, Professor.
Yes, sir.
All right, so thank God you brought up the issue of corruption. Now, while you were stating the fact that this is not new, this kind of policies, these programs, these reforms for farmers that are supposed to, benefit farmers and, of course, enhance food security in Nigeria. Most of these programs are not new. We remember the Anchor Borrowers Program, the ABP in 2015, introduced by the CBN. And at the end of the day, somehow it was hijacked by politicians and it became politicized. We also remember the National Food Security Council in 2017. And there are a lot of them. The Grain Imperative Program, the Nigerian Brazil Agricultural Development, and somehow a lot of farmers actually came out during that time and said, no, we did not benefit from this particular program. It's looking like it's the big men farmers, that are benefiting from some of this reform. So how can we make sure this new system, this Coop ID and the CBN and this new system right now being introduced by the Renewed Hope Agenda administration, how can we ensure it is not politicized or hijacked by politicians?
I'm sorry to say, I'm not being pessimistic. I'm optimistic. And I know that one day, Nigeria will get the right people in the right places to propel our beautiful programs. Because I remember 500 million of Chinese were taken out of poverty. All these programs to take us from poverty. Unfortunately, as we are doing it, we are becoming more poor. I've been appealing, and I will appeal again, that the only solution is may God touch our minds with the elites in the political arena, in the academic arena, in the bureaucratic arena, in the business arena, to do the right thing. Are we not hearing how developed countries are moving? And they are taking the name of those who took them out of this problem. Are we not jealous of good things? It's only appeal. Because I remember when Tinubu came in 2023, all of us have been talking that subsidy is the problem. They told us the trillions that subsidy is consuming. And then we are even indebted in order to pay subsidy. He came, he said he removed subsidy. And after the removal of subsidy, every problem will be solved. Are they solved? Is every problem solved? We are even getting more into problems. Because we are still borrowing as usual. We increase taxes. So we appeal to all the corruption, the elite in the Naira exchange, who will buy from the central bank at a control price again and take it to the black market and sell at a higher price. They are the ones also chopping the money in the subsidy. They are the ones chopping money in the electricity. We need to appeal to them that they should remember that God will take everybody into account.
Right. Well,
so
yeah.
There's not any rule regulation that can solve our problem other than we change our character.
Well, Prof,
thank you.
Prof, you've also spoken comprehensive wisdom, but I'd like to come from the place of timelines. October 2026 is when the Cooperative Bank of Nigeria, that's the Coop Bank, is set to launch share subscription, and that will be by the end of October 2026. In fact, according to reports that has come to us, government has already done advocacy tours in Southwest Lagos, Northwest Kaduna, and South Bayelsa. Even North Central, Southeast, and Northeast are next. But it makes us tinker a little bit towards the place of timelines. Yeah? And in view of this, Prof, do you think that this timeline will indeed capture farmers in the rural areas?
Yeah.
Who probably do not even have internet.
Exactly.
Or, have
or smartphones. Exactly.
Do you think it's being rushed?
Let me call our attention to something again. Presently in Nigeria, that's what we call Cooperative Mortgage Bank Limited. That's what we call again Bank Corp Trust Cooperative Society. That's also what we call the National Cooperative Farming Agency of Nigeria. And the aim of this cooperative bank is to merge all these three entities into one. With it's only 200 billion. It's only, to me, because most of our problem is that if you establish a cooperative bank, because the law that will even propel the bank and merge all those three agencies, Cooperative Mortgage Bank, the Trust Cooperative, and then the Cooperative Farming Agency. To merge them will take time. And they promise us end of October, as you have said. The timeline is too short, number one. Secondly, most of our resources in Nigeria is not for activities. Mostly we use it to run offices overhead costs. I can call our attention to a recent viral information that one of the development corporations, what do we call it now? That what is regional development commission? One of them came to Abuja, rented one room at the rate of 153 million naira. So what is it doing in Abuja? Wow. So the cooperative bank, 200 billion is not enough for them to rent out in Abuja, rent out in all other states, appoint people politically, managing director this, managing director that, politically. Those who are not even having mind to bring people out of poverty, other than to sink them into it. You equip the horses, you buy cars for yourself. At the end of the day, what will remain of 200 billion? So even the money, 200 billion, if it is the way, if we are determined, one room office, even somebody at the managing director level or a director can even volunteer his house in Abuja at every state capital and local government and say this is my contribution for the development of this country. But all of them will still collect money inflated to rent offices. They have cars, they will still buy official cars. And they will not buy ordinary car like the one I'm using. They will buy exotic bulletproof as a managing director or as a director in the States. So even the concept, I'm sorry to say, for 200 billion to run this cooperative bank, to me, just a kind of a drop of water in the ocean. By the time they rent offices, employ people, furnish the office, In Nigeria, you rent office and go and furnish again. Sometimes the money we furnish is more than the money of the building.
Right.
And then we pay salary, we buy expensive cars for ourselves. That's a example. A development commission which belongs to our region. And the managing director, or what we call the chairman of the board, will now open high and tell us that it's okay, we need a licensing office in Abuja. An office that you can even rent at the rate of maybe 20 million, they are quoting 150 something million. And the question is, what are you doing with your office in Abuja when you are supposed to be in your region? So thank you very much.
All right, Professor, quickly, let me ask you this question. Now, I want to go beyond even the program, the COOP ID, and this CBN idea, especially for farmers. No, definitely supposed to benefit farmers, and in extension is also expected to benefit Nigerians in terms of cheaper, food prices, the reduction of food prices, and all that. Now, if those farmers get cheap capital, according to the reform, according to the program, will food prices reduce for ordinary Nigerians, despite the fact that we still have, this level of insecurity in Nigeria? A lot of farmers are even unable, despite the fact that we are here, the rainy season is here, but farmers are still unable to go to their farms. Farmers are scared, they are frightened of going to their farms, especially to avoid being killed, or for some females being raped by some of these terrorists. And you know where I'm coming from. So how do we bring all of this together? How do we make this actually work? How can this reform work, especially while we still have insecurity disturbing the agricultural sector?
You have answered the question for me. Are you getting it? This is not a misplaced priority. After giving money to people, they will stay in the city because they are scared to go to the farm. And the farming is taking place in the hinterland. And this hinterland is not secured. People cannot go there. In give them money, they will stay in the city and spend the money. And with the network issue, even those of us in the city, some areas are in the city that they cannot receive network. Not to talk of, there are thousands of villages that they don't even have network. Some will move from their village to another village in order to make a call to their kinsmen in others in the cities. How do you contact them? First thing first, carry this 200 billion and go and fight insecurity instead of sharing it to people that it will not even get to them. And if it gets to them, they are not going to have access to the farming areas. So it's a germane, it's very germane. The insecurity will not even allow anybody to farm seriously, even if you give them and then this is August now. In the north in particular, this is the highest month of rain. By the time you do your cooperative bank, the money will be coming out maybe in January because of what you call bureaucratic bottleneck, red tapeism. It will be delayed. Put this file here, put that file here, your name is not properly spelled, your BPN doesn't tally with your name, your age is not tally with what you have in your bank. All those bureaucratic bottleneck will delay it.
Okay.
So thank you very much.
All right, well, Prof, we'll just put a peg to your thoughts. Let's open the phone lines, get to hear from Nigerians and family members what they think about this cooperative, this initiative that the federal government is putting on ground for farmers. In fact, this initiative is supposed to link to the rural farmers, to get them documented, and to also become a part and parcel, or if you like, beneficiary of these funds, so as to aid proper farming as well as provide fertilizers. But then again, there are some challenges that might beface it, and Nigerians are asking the hard and tough questions. All right, now you listen, you heard our voices, you have heard about this initiative. Maybe you are a farmer, you're an intending farmer, or you've been in the practice and you've been in the other administrations where all of these other interventions, as put together, as Omotala actually put out there, anchor borrowers and all of that, they were there. Did you benefit? What did you think made it crash? And how do you think we can get it better? You got questions to ask? Or better still, you are agreeing with the prof, saying that this is poor timing for the entire Coop Bank, that is not supposed to come. Let's fight insecurity first before we begin to look into putting out cooperatives that will indeed allow for farmers to have a swell time, especially in that sector. But anyways, the number would be, and the number you should stick to would be 0907 353 0044. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Triple
D.
Okay, my name is Triple D. I'm calling from Idea.
Right. Talk to us, Triple.
Okay. Prof, thank you so much for always being here to educate us for so many things that we need to learn and know.
Right.
This is completely poor timing and nothing will come out from it. Mark the record today and put it down. Have a nice day. Completely poor timing and nothing will come out from it. You got to put things in order before you talk of what you want to achieve, especially in this. Go to the rural community and ask them. I've rather placed it. All people are running from the village because they cannot be able to access their farm and their home. And you want, who do you want to give such a help, especially to the farmer? How? I don't know how to. So how do you expect that help to get to the right people when you are battling with one or two things? It's the issue of insecurity. Do you know that insecurity provided everything we are talking about? But it's a first time and nothing will come out of it. Let me know what time. Have a nice day and God bless you all.
Right, many thanks. Triple D right there is saying, I'm not believing in this very system, especially in a time where the federal government is also intensifying efforts to end recurring clashes between farmers and herders. In fact, there is a plan on the way right now to rehabilitate grazing reserves and establish modern ranching settlements in 6 areas. And this is according to the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha. He identified Benue, Plateau, Nasarawa, Kaduna, and Adamawa states, as well as Abuja, as priority areas for intervention. And then it brings us again to matters that concern ghost cooperatives. Because Nigerians are saying, we have seen ghost workers over the years, good prof. Where we have, in fact, the what would have destabilized Osun State is a matter of ghost workers, right? Before the president intervened and said, EFCC, please put a stay on that order, go and retrieve it. Bottom line is, will CVN and this Coop ID, will it finally stop ghost cooperatives? Will it also stop the diversion of fertilizers? Should it even come, into practice, into being, into existence? Prof, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah.
Please come to.
All right. So we have seen issues that concern the ghost workers in this country, right? And some are already being skeptical about the process. Now, they talked about the CVN, the Coop ID, and the Nigerians are saying, will this CVN and the Coop ID, will it stop ghost cooperatives and diversion of fertilizers? Indeed.
Sorry to observe. Do you know that up to today, BVN, Bank Identification Verification also.
Verification, yeah. Number.
It's not completed up till now.
It's not what, sir?
Completed. The exercise.
The BVN?
Yes. Go to the bank, you see that some people, some accounts are there. They have not been BVN. Without BVN, let's move from there. We have been registering MTN Glo for more than how many years? Over 1 decade. I remember the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, Professor Pantami. The other time, while he was a minister, he came with another idea. that we should register with NCC, Communication Commission. Yes, most of the numbers we are using, they are not registered. That is why it's difficult to even track. So all these are elitist. I did this, I did that. The process to register, in the next 1 year, the restriction will not end. And at the end of the day, there will be thousands and millions of farmers that will not be registered. So that's the basic fact. In terms of ghost workers, it's easy to identify.
Ghost cooperatives. Ghost cooperatives in the sense.
Ghost cooperatives.
Okay.
Maybe that they said they want to match. Even the agencies, the cooperative agencies with the government, there are 3 of them. They have mortgage, they have agency. So at the end of the day, they want to match them. This not cooperative is not, how do I put it now? Cooperative mostly is before now is a kind of what we call, as I say, people come together and contribute their money on trust. Before it became that you must register it with CAC. Any cooperative that is not registered is known. You can Google it and have the CAC. There is this cooperative registered. Recently, even the CAC brought up something. Inactive registered companies. So from there, you will know. It's easier to identify. It is those who are there that have ghost cooperatives. And maybe thousands of them, they are there at the local level, at the community level, at the state level operating. And people are keeping their money there. Sometimes, somebody will even come to market. I do see them meet the marketers, the artisans, the sellers. Please be contributing 100 naira every day. It's a sort of cooperative. And people are contributing their money. But the bottom line is that there's no need to trouble ourselves too much to know a cooperative that is ghost and a cooperative that's really, by enlightening our people, advocacy.
Okay.
Don't you see what happened recently in one of the cities? Is it Port Harcourt? Where these Ponzi banks, people are still patronizing them. And they are losing their millions. It's to show how adamant we are.
So let's take this call. Let's take this call, Prof. Hello, good morning.
Okay.
Good morning, I'm Chimeze calling from Gwakwalada.
Welcome aboard, Chimeze. Talk to us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I must commend you people for bringing up this professor on air. Yes, I must really commend you people. Because you see, in a country where fallacy, lies, propaganda, and endless promises trend, that country does not progress. Sorry if I went about against your laws last time when I commented on EFCC and Osun State. Listen, this is mood swing. Professor has made everything. Listen, whatever I have a question for the president. President Tinubu, I remember about 5, 6, 7, 8 months ago, you launched an in a function, you introduced the Belarusian, Mr. Alex, who you claimed was your neighbor at the University of Chicago, Chicago State University. And he's, according to you, an agricultural expert, good in tractor business. And you promised us that under 2 months, tractors will flood Nigerian farms. Oga President, where are those tractors? It's on good authority the last administration under Buhari, but tractors that are parked somewhere here in Abuja. Google the interview of Galadima, which we have seen on ground. What are happening to those tractors? We don't want a situation in the next 5 months, November, December, you bring out tractors and say the administration bought it. Now, for the issue of cooperative this, cooperative that, to me, this is my word. This is an avenue channeled to steal more money. This is an avenue for fraud. From the time of Adeshina till now, nothing good has come out of them. If you are talking of capturing 10 million farmers, secure the 50 farmers, 100 farmers that are being killed daily on our farms here in Nigeria. Secure them first. instead of clamping these people together, then carry their data and submit, yes, this is my word, to Bill Gates and big agro-pharma companies, economic rogues that doesn't want you to grow your own food. Tomorrow they start giving you seedless fruits, pumpkins, that doesn't have food. If you sow them tomorrow because you got them from them, your land is made barren. These are things we should economically and intelligently look into. It is of no use. These things they want to steal money. They want to steal money. And I have to finally, Prof, the man you are talking about that rented an office for 150 million naira a room is from Southeast Development Corporation under Senator Ojos Okano. Not that Ojos Okano is there. Go and investigate it. This is fraud. It's of no use to us. Secure the 100 farmers you have in Nigeria before you talk of capturing 10 million.
All right.
But registration, what did they do? Thank you very much.
Okay. Wow, Prof, I don't know. Here is the conversation. But just before we go, we have your reaction to that, let's quickly take a voice message here via the WhatsApp, right? And it's coming from Yunusa D'Anthony Ibrahim.
All right, let's have it.
Good morning, identity, Mr. Omoti Babala again. I agree with the You have said all.
Okay.
Good morning, my gentle Yudi. Mr. Omoti Babala, good morning once again.
Good morning.
I greet the professor, which is our guest. Professor, may God continue to enrich you. You have said all. The vehicle you used, or the vehicle you are using, those management members who have been appointed to channel the funds that are being given to local farmers are not using such type of vehicles. Yes, that is the most beautiful aspect in Nigeria. Yes, and that is why you can see today education are not well paid. Yes, may God save this country. Lastly, I want to just ask a question regards to this. Corruption have eaten the system. How will our local farmers get the products or get a loan, proper loan, okay, to proper people, okay, and make use of it to boost Nigerian society by economic and by food and other things? How do we castrate out that problem? Because already the system is faulty. We have been saying those people that are not even certificated, they are the one that they connive with and siphon all these resources, okay, and channel it to another different place and sell it in the high price. When you are talking of loan again, loan will be given, and at the same time, it will be channeled to those that are already having the money, the elite. It will not get to the farmers. How do we channel this problem? How do we correct the system? How do we correct the government? Because the government is for us, because it's in our country. Thank you very much, Rob.
All right, thank you so much, Yunusa D'Anthony, for that one.
Right. Well, anyways, we will get to with the Prof in a short bit. Let's just quickly pay some bills.
Okay.
When we do come back, we will come back to the Prof and table the stuff, your thoughts. But don't forget, the YouTube channel is there for you. We said we will indeed suspend or reduce messages from the WhatsApp. We're enjoying you to go to the YouTube channel, Eagles TV Abuja, and leave a message right there in the comment section. Be sure to also like and hit the notification button so that you get notified every time that we come on here to talk, right? It is Eagles TV Abuja. When you get into there, get on there, go to the live, and you'll see the television that we have professionally for your viewing pleasure. Also on Facebook, it is Eagles FM Abuja. We'll be right back.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Admission. African University of Science and Technology, AUST, Abuja, wishes to inform the general public that admission in 200 level is currently ongoing for the following foundation and undergraduate programs: Remedial, JUPEP, Accounting, Business Administration, Computer Science, Software Engineering, Materials and Metallurgical Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Civil Engineering, Petroleum and Energy Resources Engineering. For more inquiries, call 003-540-3714 or 006-272-9310 or visit our website www.aust.edu.ng. Admission. African
Please
University.
listen to this infomercial.
Are you looking for a solution to your borehole problems? Let me introduce you to Farex Borehole. At Farex Borehole Services, we are not just competent, We are committed to providing simple, reliable, and professional solutions to all your borehole needs. Whether you require a borehole survey, borehole drilling, or assistance with any borehole-related challenge, Farex Borehole Services is your trusted partner. Even better, you can make a 50% down payment and spread the balance conveniently over 6 months to 1 year while your borehole project is being completed. For inquiries and booking, call 080 35 96 5170 080 35 96 5170 or visit our office at 3rd Avenue, Gwarimpa, behind H Medics, Abuja. Farex Borehole Services, delivering reliable water solutions with professionalism and excellence.
Own a piece of Abuja today with Firth Urban Limited. We offer premium estate lands in strategic locations including Katankwe Extension, Asokoro Extension, Guzape 2, Piakasa and Koje. Our properties come with FCDA approved titles, verifiable at ages, giving you peace of mind and confidence in your investment. Enjoy flexible payment plans of up to 12 months with no hidden charges. Whether you are building your dream home or securing your future through real estate investment, Firth Urban Limited has the right property for you. Call 091 1165 8936 or call 070 7299 8350 to book a site inspection and take the first step toward owning land in Abuja. Firth Urban Limited, shaping earth, consolidating standard.
Things they happen for our community,
Now I can recoup back all the money I have spent on this annoying family.
Hey, yeah, that one my own don't finish. My dear, let's go and greet them, okay? Hey! Join media collation and awareness to hold trafficking, MICAS, on I Wish I Knew radio drama and program every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Join us to kick human trafficking out of our society. I Wish I Knew radio drama and program is brought to you by MICAS and funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark.
Back and thank you for staying with us. It is Eagles Outlook, and this time we're looking into development as put together by the federal government. I mean, they are looking to ensure that there's a digital cooperative that is put together to unlock capital for smallholder farmers. In fact, it will now be a matter of if you don't have an ID, then you don't get a loan. I mean, that's the federal government's digital plan to bank 10 million farmers by October of 2026. Let's just take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Bruce.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Where are you calling from?
102.3 FM.
Yeah, what's
That's
your name?
right.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Germany.
What's your name?
My name is Joseph.
All right, Joseph from Durham.
Yeah, less than a minute. Less than a minute, please, Joseph. Time. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You have a minute, Joseph.
I got accident. I have a dislocation.
Joseph, I'm sorry about
Yeah, this is
your
not
plight,
but there's not a
be
program.
The program to have that conversation on. But anyways, we wish you the best, and we hope
So,
that you
yeah.
do, the needful to address the situation. Well, Prof, here we are again. This is a conversation. Just before we went on that timeout, one of the family members, Eunice D'Anthony, had asked a question that bordered around how will local farmers access the loans indeed. In fact, he resonated with you when you said that those who are the handlers in this said Renewed Hope Cooperative for Farmers They are the ones who are driving the big cars, the bulletproof cars and all of that, and the farmers get nothing in the end. And now he's saying that, will the local farmers access these loans? Indeed, can they even access it? Given the fact that the time is short, given the time that there has not been a proper education, enlightenment for them, that there may be some farmers who are not even aware. So how do we even get this kinds of farmers, into that system of cooperative that the federal government is putting together? And finally, Prof, your final thoughts on this. Is this good to go, or should it just be a matter of scrapping this cooperative?
Or probably just delay it for now, suspend it for now until some other underlying issues are resolved.
Right.
Thank you very much. The last speaker, one but last, I don't like mentioning names because of the rule of engagement on media. I knew that it was Southeast. I knew the chairman of the what is it called, of the Development Commission.
Yes.
But it's not good for me to mention. That's why I use the word one-off development commission. Came to Abuja. So because it's not good for me because somebody is growing and will becoming an elder statesman. So that's why I don't like mentioning people's name because it's not confrontational.
Right.
We are looking to change, and it's not a blame game. Because anybody can be victim. We have been changing government, changing individuals, but there's no result. So in conclusion, our solution to our problem all is to bring us out of poverty. We want to bring 10 million farmers out of poverty. It's done with determination. I'm sorry. They are characters. They are individuals with impeccable character, who can propel this thing to successful end. They will not be given opportunity. They will tell you, say, go and join party. Go and be member of APC. Be a card-carrying member. We have people that can do it. Even some people don't need much money to execute this. They just want to make name and make sure the people are out of poverty. It happens in Bangladesh. It happened in China. Some individuals that did it. So we need to fresh out individuals that can do this for us, no matter the short time and short period. It can be done, and it can be done successfully if you have characters who can do it. But majority of us, 90 to 95% of Nigeria, we are corrupt. We are corrupt. They can't give somebody that money. Go and give farmer. He will cut out of it again. So that's the problem. Unless you get characters that can implement this, it will not work. I know that the ministry or the presidency, out of the 200 billion, somebody want to cut his own 2 billion. In the ministry, they want to cut their own. At the state level, they want to cut. So what will remain for work? It's sincerity of purpose that we need.
Right.
So that's my take.
All right. Many thanks, Prof. Thank you, Stu, for adding your voice in this. I mean, if we understand you correctly, one of the things you're saying is this is probably poor timing for this type of initiative. And you've also mentioned that there are development banks, that should cater for these types of things. But these development banks seem to be redundant. And you've also mentioned, in times past, where you mentioned additional. During in the 2015 era, where the same thing had been replicated. Where have we gone with it? You mentioned
and he also mentioned, the change of mindset. The fact that a lot of us, I would want to quite agree with the professor when he said most of us are corrupt. Now, even from the government, from the cooperative banks, from people who probably would be management of some of these policies and all that. We have a lot of corruption in the system, and we need a change in mindset.
Even the farmers, he said.
Yes, even the farmers. I want to agree with you. So we need a total overhaul in the way we think, in the way we approach some of these things. We need a total overhaul, especially for credibility and transparency.
Well, thank you, good Prof, for your voice and adding your thoughts on this. We appreciate.
Welcome.
Right.
Thank you so much, Prof.
Well, this is the much we can take. The phone line still buzzing. Sorry, we can't go any further on this one, though. But yes, on the flip side of 10, we will come with the general open banter.
Yeah.
You best want to keep your ears glued onto Eagles 102.3 FM, Abuja. My name is Udwak Daniel.
And of course, my name is Omotola Adeleke. Thank you for joining us.